Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dragon's Lair. My name is Brent. Today, we're just going to go over some comics I've got at some local shops. Of course, I got all my dogs are here with me, and Miss Lily Bear, she just wants to play tug of war. I don't know if you guys can see her or not. You should be able to see her in the video. She's just being a butthead. But I am with all my dogs. But we're just going to go over just a few pickups I got from some local comic shops. I stopped down to Pop Culture in Wellsboro. I stopped at Isle of Comics in Williamsport. And I stopped at Heroes Your Mom Threw Out Comic Shop in Elmira. We're just going to go over most of this stuff. Not all of it, but a majority of it is... Well, no, I shouldn't say majority. Probably half of it is probably newer stuff, like G.I. Joe stuff. That I am trying to complete. Of course, I got a dog that just wants to play tug of war. I guess I started this video at the wrong time, but yeah. Everybody seems to love you, Lily. She's a handful sometimes. But we're gonna get into this. Hopefully, she'll let me do this. But when I stopped down to Pop Culture Shop, the 3 comics I got 3 Gru comics there. Of course, I got Gru the Wanderer. This is number 2 from PC Comics. I think there was 8 comics in this run, or 10 comics, something. It wasn't a big run or whatever. This was, I believe, pre-Marvel, Epic Marvel. Very, very cool. Absolutely love that cover. Very, very cool. That's the only comic I have in that run right there. So hopefully I can find the rest in the wild. It's one of my goals. Then we also got Gru the Wanderer, issue number 22 from Marvel. Absolutely love that cover. Very, very cool. I read these as soon as I got them. I read, like the original series of Gru when I was a kid. Probably the first, I don't know, 50 or 60 issues. After that, I hadn't read any unless, the only time I've read any of those is ones that I've gotten in the last, couple of years or whatever. But very excited to get any Gru that I don't have, so... And the last Gru I got was Gru the Hogs of Horror, number 1 of 4. If you don't know, after he left Marvel, he went and joined all the guys. All the guys left Marvel, went and started Image. And then he did like a 12-print run in Image. And then after that, he started doing like 4-print runs here and there and stuff like that, where you got the Hogs of Horror. He took on like Tarzan against Conan, all kinds of weird stuff like that. But like I said, he's still doing it. Still very cool. He's got a lot of other stuff he did, Mad Magazine, and he does other stuff. But this is actually from Dark Horse Comics, if I didn't say that. But he is still somewhat active. Just doesn't do long series anymore, which is still cool. I enjoy it. Next up, we went down to Isle of Comics. And of course, I'm a sucker for X-Men. Ooh, I'm about to drop these comics. Want to do that. And I picked up a couple back issues that I didn't have, and these aren't in mint condition or anything like that. But we have the Uncanny X-Men number 213, which I believe this was first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Very, very cool. Absolutely love that cover right there. Very, very neat. Then we also got the Uncanny X-Men number 212, which this is the first Wolverine and Sabretooth battle, I believe is what they called it. Very, very cool. Happy to have these in the collection now. I would love to go for the whole Uncanny X-Men or X-Men run, the original run. But I don't know if I'll ever get it like issue 1 or anything, because that's just expensive. And then some of the newer books I got. Image has the new G.I. Joe Real American Hero Silent Missions. I'd say I read these already, but there's no reading to them. It's just like issue at 21, I believe it was, like the silent issue of Snake Eyes way back in the day. So it's all silent mission. If you want to read this book, you could flip through it in probably 2 minutes and look at every single picture. Then we also got another one. If I didn't say that one was Beachhead. I don't know if I said that. That was Beachhead. Then we also got the Jinx Silent Mission. Absolutely love that cover. Jinx looks awesome. If you don't know who Jinx is, she was one of the ninjas that came out, I believe, in the G.I. Joe movie. She trained in the Rashikage clan, which was Storm Shadow's clan. Also, we're a Snake Eyes train. And then we also have the Silent Mission of Spirit. Doesn't seem like Spirit gets enough love, but maybe it's the Native American blood in me that just loves it. Always liked Spirit as a kid. Still love him today. Very, very cool. And then we also got the current issue of the Real American Hero line, number 315. Very, very cool artwork on there. Hopefully this glare isn't too bad. Got a nice little... Oh, no, wait. I was going to show you a picture of it. I could show you a picture of it. This is actually from, I believe, the Spirit Silent Mission I just showed you. I think it's just an advertisement in the back. I believe that's what that was, but it's pretty cool. They also, you know, they got ads in here for it, and they did a facsimile issue 21, which you can see right there, which you can go buy that right now at your comic shops. They probably have it. I didn't buy that one yet. I might buy it. I don't know. I probably will. I probably should have bought it that day, but I'm sure it'll be there for a little while. We'll see if we got any cool artwork in here. And that's pretty cool right there. Got some troopers. Got Destro right there. Very, very cool. And this is still Larry Hama run. He is still doing it. And I am a huge Larry Hama fan. One of these days I need to get down and meet him. Of course, you got Dr. Mindbender. He looks a little pissed off right there. I have not read this book yet, so it's on my to-read list. And then the last thing I got from Isla Comics is, he used to have 50-cent bins there. Now they're dollar bins, I guess. You know, I don't know. Selling too many of the books too fast, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why he changed them. That or he wanted more money. But I got The Thing number 17. I do like The Thing, and I did read this book. It was an interesting read. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Then we also got Spider-Man and X-Factor number 1. Absolutely love this book. This was great. This is a 3-part series, I believe. I've never seen issue 2 and 3, so like I said, I got this for $1, so no complaints there. And then we also got the Spectacular Spider-Man number 191, Puma's Rage, Eye of the Puma Part 1. I don't even remember who Eye of the Puma was. I know now. I did read this book, so that was pretty cool. So I was happy to get them. They were just $1 a piece, like I said. And then my last little haul is mostly G.I. Joe, which I stopped at Heroes of Mount Throughout Comic Shop. And I got Tales of G.I. Joe number 15, which I didn't even know this existed. This is a run I'd never heard of. But I believe it was only 15 in the run. I could be wrong on that. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I was. But very, very cool. Very happy to get that. We also got G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 57. Got my man Flint right there. You can't go wrong with my man Flint. He'll always be my favorite G.I. Joe. We also got number 50. Got my man Flint there too. Absolutely love it. Giant size issue featuring a sneak preview of G.I. Joe Special Missions. Very, very cool. We got number 60 with, looks like Duke and Zanzibar. I think it was Zanzibar. It's kind of like a Dreadnought pirate, if I remember right. I remember reading this as a kid, but that was back in the 80s, so I haven't read it since then, so very cool to have that in the collection. If you don't know, I am going for the G.I. Joe runs. I haven't bought any of the keys yet. This is something I'm definitely going to try to go to some like comic shows and try to get them there, see if I can get them a little cheaper or something like that. Next up, we got issue number 59. Very, very cool with Raptor on there. Outback and Tunnel Rat, it looks like they're manning the gun. And Cobra Commander is in the Trouble Bubble, or no, is that what it was? I can't remember what that vehicle's called. Pogo, or I think it was a Pogo. Cobra Pogo. It was like the cheesiest toy they ever made. That might even be the fake Cobra Commander. I can't remember. Somewhere in there, Cobra Commander gets replaced by like a Crimson Guard dude or something like that. I can't remember the whole storyline. It's been a long time. Then we picked up some of the newer issues. This is where Image took over the Real American Hero line. We got number 301, which I hadn't had yet. This is like, I think, the 3rd printing or something like that. Haven't read it yet. But very, very cool. I haven't found the first printing. Seems like that sold out. And it's only like a $10 book, but none of the shops around me have it. So then we got issue number 302. Very cool. We got number 304. I already had 303. That was a Serpentor cover. Trying to get the whole run of the Image line so I can just read them all in a row, which I'm missing, I think, one or two copies now. Then we got number 307. Very cool cover there. We got 308. I think I'm missing like 306 maybe. Something like that. 306, 302, what I don't know, 303, something like that. I'm only missing one or two in the new Image line of the Real American Hero. Next up is 309. Absolutely love that cover. Of course, we got Snake Eyes. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like Storm Shadow there, but I'm not sure. And, of course, Scarlet right here. If you don't know if Snake Eyes and Scarlet, they've always been a couple. So very, very cool. And then the last comic I got, you know, this goes along my war comics. If you want to call it a war comic. I got Beetle Bailey number 83 from Charlton Comics. I mean, come on. You can't go wrong with good old Beetle Bailey by Mort Walker. Got the Sarge there. Absolutely love it. I don't know if he's got Otto right in there. I think his dog's name was Otto, if I remember right. Always loved Beetle Bailey as a kid. I mean, come on. That's just classic. Classic. Used to love reading these in like the Sunday comics and stuff like that. Good old Beetle Bailey. So that's it for my little haul. That's just stopping at the 3 comic shops. Nothing like, you know, major or anything in there, but, you know, just some fun books, you know, in my opinion, and some newer stuff to read, you know, especially in the G.I. Joe line. So I hope you guys liked what you saw. You know, like, comment, subscribe. It's all cool. It's all good. Thanks for watching, guys.